This story is wild to me, man. I mean, I know things are hyper partisan. I know things are out of control, but sometimes you get smacked across the face with a story that is just really hard to believe because it's so extreme. So let me play this clip for you here. This is from the Today Show. Now, as you all know, you had 2 hurricanes recently hit. Big, strong, powerful hurricanes. I sound like Trump. Big, strong, powerful. Hurricane Helene hit Asheville, North Carolina, and just totally flooded it. It's an absolute mess. They got hammered. As they say, 1 in 1,000-year type flood. Everything was destroyed. It also obviously hit in the Big Bend in Florida. And then you have Hurricane Milton that also hit, Sarasota, I believe it made landfall around there. Absolutely devastating. So look, obviously, in a situation like this, FEMA has to get their rear in gear and do their thing. And they did. They immediately got to working on it. Biden was on the phone. He was approving all the emergency declarations and green-lighting the funds and all that stuff. So, but that doesn't stop idiots online, right-wing conspiracy theorists, from lying relentlessly. That doesn't stop Trump from lying relentlessly. And as a direct result of the stuff they're saying, now FEMA has a target on their back. So watch this.
This morning, growing safety fears for government workers in western North Carolina, supporting ongoing recovery efforts from Hurricane Helene. According to the Washington Post, an urgent message was sent to numerous federal agencies on Saturday, warning FEMA has advised all federal responders in Rutherford County, North Carolina, to stand down and evacuate the county immediately, adding that National Guard troops had come across trucks of armed militia, saying they were out hunting FEMA. NBC News has not seen the email cited by the Post, and it's unclear whether the threat mentioned was seen as credible. North Carolina Republican Congressman Chuck Edwards addressing the reported threats on MSNBC.
We had 2 counties with folks reported with different militia groups attacking and threatening FEMA.
In a statement to NBC News, FEMA writing in part, for the safety of our dedicated staff and disaster survivors we are helping, FEMA has made some operational adjustments. According to the agency, disaster recovery centers remained open, but at least 2 counties said FEMA staff would not appear at other planned locations Sunday, with officials in Ashe County saying the agency had paused their process as a precaution as they are assessing the threats. That included a temporary halt on accepting some aid applications. The heightened tension with FEMA's response to Helene has been fueled in recent days by misinformation, amplified in part by former President Trump.
Kamala spent all her FEMA money, billions of dollars, on housing for illegal migrants.
The head of FEMA calling those claims categorically false and promising that the agency's work will not stop.
It doesn't deter us. We know what our mission is.
Asheville business owners like William Disson say it's a distraction and that more help is needed.
I want folks to know that the government is here. They're helping. I know we'd all like it to be a little faster, but also realizing that the devastation is just so vast and so immense that, it's going to take time.
And getting access to clean running water in the area is still a priority, with tens of thousands of residents in western North Carolina still having no access to it. Meanwhile, FEMA says that they will be back at those affected locations that happened over the weekend due to those reported threats.
I mean, what is there to say? This is absolutely insane. I mean, this is absurd. There's now a target on the backs of FEMA workers who are trying to save lives because Republicans decided to relentlessly and shamelessly lie and say things like, oh, the FEMA money is going to immigrants and they abandoned the people in North Carolina. And literally none of that is true. None of that is true. And now there's a target on their back. Guys, it really is true. Back a few years back, I would have said this is some, liberal claptrap where they're overreaching about, the spread of misinformation on social media has hit a boiling point and it's really troublesome. And I would have said, okay, reel it in. I'm on the side of free speech and let people say whatever. But you also have to call a spade a spade. I'm for free speech. But also, there's a lot of people who are just shameless liars and they know they're doing it and they keep doing it and they've made a point or a career out of, that's what I'm going to do, lie for my side. I mean, there was an account on Twitter that totally lied, a slanderous lie. It's defamation. Tim Walz could sue if he wants, but one of them said, oh, Tim Walz is a Fredophile, right? And totally lied. The thing he cited as evidence was like a email he wrote himself because the cursor thing was still in there. Like he forgot to take that out. He was making up his lie, right? And you see this now all the time. You know what I saw the other day? There are now, ready? Lead paint truthers. They said, the government banned lead paint because lead paint was actually protecting us from the government poisoning us, or something to that effect, right? And it's like, what are we doing now? In 2024, where there's like a resurrection of like flat earthers and lead paint truthers and people who lie like as a profession just to try to boost their side on social media, and the right just does it relentlessly. It's endless. And so now, because of the shit, and remember, this is Donald Trump. What do you say? Oh, the Haitians, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the pets. That was a lie started by a Nazi group called Blood Tribe. He spread it. J.D. Vance spread it. That had consequences. There were bomb threats as a direct result of the Nazi lies that the Republican candidate and VP candidate said. And now, the shit they're saying where they're lying about FEMA, now there's a target on the backs of FEMA. It's like, so there's a mix of like anti-government extremism plus conspiracy theories and outright lies that are now threatening people. Like, is there no decency left? Again, that's something where a few years back I would have said, that's sort of, you know, like how virtuous. Is there no decency left? But seriously, is there no decency left? Are there no norms left? Is civility like totally, completely, and utterly dead? People make a career out of just spreading rumors and lies on social media, and other people believe it and act accordingly. Like, and I don't know what to do about it. I genuinely don't know what to do about it. What do you do? I mean, you want to give people media literacy, right? But you got all these like boomer politicians. You guys saw this. We covered it. They were taking like the world's most obviously fake AI generated image of a little girl holding a puppy, allegedly during Hurricane Helene, and they were spreading it like, this is America under Biden and Kamala. And it's like, that's the fakest picture I've ever seen in my life. Another idiot, Mike Lee, the Republican senator, he posted a video of somebody going down this like water slide, and it goes like over a canyon and goes in all these weird places, and he's like, is this real? He commented underneath it like, if you don't know that is fake, we are so beyond cooked as a country. Like, not even good AI images duping people. They look cartoonish, and they're either duping these people or they're lying about it, and they know they're lying about it, but they don't care because it makes their political point. It's just, and this is how you get a situation where, what is it? I don't remember the exact number. 50%, 60% of Republican voters agree with Trump that 2020 was stolen, even though there's zero evidence of that, and it's been disproven 1,000 times over. This is how you get there, right? It's dark, bro. Dark times. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.